El hombre fue creado por la propia madre naturaleza. Al parecer fue el florecimiento de la creación, la recomposición del mineral, la planta y el animal.
We were a group of people who wanted to get together to all live together in the country and live an ecological lifestyle.
I mean, the idea of Ecoforest is that it's an educational project, so people can come and learn how to do that, live simply.
So, by having a project like this where people can learn to live and work as a group, they are rediscovering the benefits and pleasures of living in community.
I came to Ecoforest because I heard about it from my friend and it sounded really amazing, the combination of raw food and permaculture and ecological community living in southern Spain.
Ecoforest que es ecológica, ¿no? Yo la ecología la veo de otra forma de como la tiene ella.
Look how easy it is. You can be happy. You can, with very little money, with very little Western luxury products, you can create a beautiful life.
Permacultura. Permacultura es un sistema de diseño para la creación de medio ambientes humanos sostenibles. La palabra en sí misma es una contracción no solo de agricultura permanente, sino también de cultura permanente, pues las culturas no pueden sobrevivir por mucho tiempo sin una base agricultural sostenible y sin una ética del uso de la tierra.
We realised that what we wanted to do is to give people education about sustainability, and we realised that for sustainability it's necessary to be vegan and preferably eating raw food, uncooked food, and to live in a reasonably warm climate where there's a place where there's facility to actually grow food most of the year time, and not to have heating, so living, because these things are expensive. So we decided to come to Spain for this kind of reasons, because it's a lot easier than in a cold climate.
That living simply is a sort of key to how to live on this planet, and eating food what our bodies are designed for and which don't cause diseases, which are a phenomenon completely associated with diet and lifestyle.
And the trust demonstrates that. We demonstrate that by our activities. That's the way that we educate people. One of the ways is by demonstrating the feasibility of sustainable lifestyles, ecologically sustainable lifestyles.
Okay.
So today is mainly an introductory day, introducing ourselves to each other, to Ecoforest. We'll have a tour around the site later on today, so you can get to understand some of the things that are here, why they're here, how long they're here, and so on and so forth, and introducing us to some of the basics of permaculture.
I think probably one of the people that have inspired me the most is Gandhi. He always talks about that these are his experiments with truth, and I kind of see this as part of my experiments in truth, and living simply, the diet, for instance, and diet was a big part for Gandhi too. He experimented a lot and tried out different things, and I he was raw for a time. I think this type of, I mean, the word permaculture wasn't around in his time, but I think that this is very much, these eco-villages is very much the kind of world that he envisioned.
To create the system you want, part of the idea is to get a vision for what that will be. So part of our work here is to gradually evolve our vision of how we can transform this from a traditional monoculture, where there were a couple of spaces where tomatoes were probably grown in the gaps, but again mainly kind of monocultures of vegetables in some of the spaces. So the vision is to transform it, maybe the odd pecan tree here and there, and you've got feijoa and apricot down there, the various kakis. So if you'd imagine this sort of evolving and growing over the next 5 to 10 years, then we'll have this as much more a nicely developed forest garden.
There's two levels for administration. There's the level of Ecoforest in terms of being a charitable trust, which is managed by the trustees, which I don't have any involvement with, and that's managed by Chris, Steve, and Gora, who are all trustees of Ecoforest. And the other side of the administration is just the day-to-day running of the project. And the administration comes in because we have a lot of costs, because we welcome visitors and because we run courses at Ecoforest. Want to expand the community, so that part of that is residents and visitors, as Gora mentioned, and also to increase the diversity of the personality types, of the talents that people have, of skills that people have. At the moment we desperately need a gardener if we want to do anything with the gardens, because at the moment only Gora has extensive gardening experience, and well, we've got a lot of other things to do at the moment. Our other huge issue is to raise money. That's one of the big ones, because we have some loans to pay back in about a year's time, and we also need money to develop the project, to sustain the project, find a good energy source. At the moment we don't have one. Gora's got a solar panel and Steve's got a solar panel, and that's it for the whole property. So
solar panels on the house.
yeah, that's true. We've got the solar. Yeah, it's working. We have lights now. Yay! Right. Or if we form other communities, then people can, if they're a member of, let's say, Ecoforest or whatever, and they've given a certain amount of money a year, loaned a certain amount of money, then we can have exchanges with other communities whereby they can go spend, a couple of weeks in another community and do trades like that. So you don't have to, pay to visit other places. It's just, have sort of a circle of membership of places that we can go. So you don't necessarily have to stay at Ecoforest for the whole year. You can go someplace in, I don't know, Indonesia or Hawaii or, England or whatever.
I didn't know anything about this place when I came here. I came here because a friend of mine was here about half a year ago, and he told me about this place. It's a great place, but I didn't have any experience in communal living or in permaculture or in raw food eating, anything. And this was, and discovering what this place was all about was very, very interesting and amazing experience for me. The first day was the interesting part, and the second day, Saturday, was really, really hard for me. Took me about 24 hours to get used to this diet, and during that time I felt really, really bad. But after that, all sorts of things just started to happen really, really great. I started feeling really good. Everything just changed. It took me a while to get accustomed to it, but now it's great.
And if you look at the human body, it's most similar in its design, in its physiology and anatomy to the higher primate. In nature, you don't particularly have to look after yourself. You don't have to do anything other than live in order to be healthy. The only animals that are sick with diseases are normally animals that have been injured in some way. Animals do not have lifestyle illnesses, and we have many of them, and they're the most significant illnesses for human beings: heart disease and cancer and
arthritis and all these things. And that's not exclusively down to diet. A lot of it's to do with exercise, the fact that we are very sedentary, we don't have a lot of activity, a lot of us in our lives. But food is a significant part of it, and it's blind to not see that it's a significant part of it. And so we're primarily designed to eat raw plant foods, as far as I'm concerned. There's no question about that, using nature as the most reliable guide.
Yo sé ecología, pero ecologista ni mucho menos hace finca, pero porque que trabaja mucho.
If we don't transform ourselves and try and make an effort to transform to some degree what we can within society and the way the planet's run at the moment, then the end is nigh.
Ayer tarde al lago fui con la intención de conocer algo nuevo. Nos reunimos allí, todo comenzó a subir como un sueño. Han de ser como la mañana del día que te conocí.